Well, it's midsummer, and if you're sweating in this heat, well, so are your plants.
Oh yeah, so let's get all the dirt on what you should be doing in your garden right now to keep it growing happy and healthy. Welcome back to another segment of All the Dirt. Today we are at Lick Run Farms, and look who we've got with us. We have Cameron Terry, a farmer with Garden Variety Harvest.
Thank you for having me.
So today you're going to give us all the dirt on summer and our gardens, our local farms. What can folks do right now in the middle of the heat, the middle of the summer, to help keep healthy crops right now?
Yeah, right now a lot of us are sweating out in the sun, and also so are our crops, right? So now is the time to be removing all the kales and collards and spinach and stuff out of your garden. But there's still plenty of time to get some of the summer stuff in. So I'm planting tomatoes today in the garden. A lot of my other favorite summer vegetables to grow in this hot climate are things like okra and sweet potatoes and eggplants and peppers.
Yeah, I think a lot of people forget that. I mean, you have some beautiful tomatoes here that you've obviously started months ago, but you're planting tomato seeds today, in fact.
We sure are, we sure are. Yeah, we grow indeterminate and determinate varieties of tomatoes. Some of those will last 115 days in the garden, but some of the shorter determinate varieties only take about 70 days to get to fruit. So if you do the quick math and count back from our first frost, you've still got plenty of time to get that stuff in the ground right now.
Wonderful. So the other thing, it's hard to think about in the middle of the heat, but we should also be thinking about our fall crops because that's not going to be too far away.
Yeah, I think the middle of July is a good time to take some time in the air conditioning and really think about what your fall garden wants to look like, right? So we use a lot of plastic and vinyl to kill weeds in the heat of the summer. That will trap a lot of heat under there and kill a lot of the annual weeds that have been giving us trouble in the spring. And so then in a couple months, when we pull that tarp back, it'll be ready to plant in the fall. And you know, not too long from now, we'll be starting our first fall succession of a lot of those broccolis and cauliflowers and cabbages and lettuces that'll be going into the fall garden. So, you know, the fall will be here before you know it, and it's a smart time to make a plan for it.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have seen over the past couple of years how important it is to have our produce as close to home as possible. And I know this is part of your mission at Garden Variety Harvest. Can you tell us how important it is to support our local agriculture?
Sure. Yeah, you know, I started this business just growing in my neighbors' backyards and selling that food at markets. And now, you know, we're in the process of moving to a single site farm, but the truth is, you know, these things are not cheap, and we need the support to be able to kind of seal the deal, right? So we are running a fundraiser with the Agrarian Commons to forever put this farm here into easement so that it will never be developed. It'll never be anything besides a farm that feeds this community. If you value local agriculture and fresh food, then I encourage you to check out agrariantrust.org and take a look at our fundraiser and give if you can.
It's certainly a huge asset to our community to have something like this.
Absolutely. There's nothing better than the fresh food that comes out of a garden that's down the street from your house.
Thank you so much, Karen, for giving us all the dirt. We talked about the summer heat, we talked about getting ready for our fall crops, and of course, most importantly, how to support our local agriculture. We'll see you next time. I know, Evan, what's really important about what Cameron is doing is that the farm is in a food desert where in Roanoke, where 17% of its residents there are food insecure. I know we've definitely done some reporting on this. There's also some big plans for the land and the community. And he's already reached 50% of the goal.
Okay.
It's a lot of money. He still has $173,000 left to go.
I think this is a perfect example of how the community as a whole can come together to help one another. Community gardens and things like that I know are really important. And I'm not a gardener, not a gardener at all, don't have a green thumb, but I've talked with a couple of people who have said, you know, it makes them feel really proud when they're able to go out and grow whatever it is and then, you know, take it from their farm and then put it on their table. It gives them a sense of accomplishment. And I could just see how this could be so beneficial for those areas that are food deserts.
Yeah, he's even taking students in. They're learning.
Maybe he can take me in.
Yeah, maybe he will. We can put him to work, don't you think, Kara?